Have you eaten yet?
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Lord Almighty.
What is it?
A word with you, young fellow. Hey, youngster! What the hell? A word with you, young fellow.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him.
Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabila of Dvoyitz.
Of course you are, lad, and I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
I may not look the part, but I know about honor and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right, then, go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
Hey, baby girl. What you doing? It's going pretty good.
Hey,
Yeah, what you been up to? Working a lot? You gonna make that cash, or? Ooh, where you going? Oh, are you going to meet homeboy? You got your passport? I'd get it soon because the passport's gonna be more expensive here pretty soon. I said I'd get it soon. They're gonna up the price of it here in like a couple months.
Good health to you.
What kind of governor is Sir Hanush? How do the Ratai folk get on with the refugees?
Well, they have it tough.
What's life like in Ratai?
We got sturdy walls and 2 castles to protect us. There's not many towns have that. And we've got everything we need here. We've got an apothecary, a swordsmith, an armourer. We've got a beautiful church and a...
Have you heard anything about the Cuman?
Don't talk to me about that.
What kind of governor?
Oh, that's because
Sir
I got my
Hanush is a
mic
good
down.
lord.
Are you the brawler who
I'm
takes
brawl.
bets?
I said I'm
What's it
brawling.
to you?
I'm
I'm a Skalitz refugee,
live
and I'd like to
streaming,
try
so
my
it's
luck
like
against
really
you.
loud over the video.
Hang on, I know who you are. And I'll only fight you for silver. Got it?
Why for silver?
Do I,
Why for silver?
do I really have to tell you? Look at yourself, and then look at the others.
Oh, you want to see the game? Here, let me see what I can do for you. It's called Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a role-playing game about medieval times. It's supposed to be hella accurate to like the time and like the way you fight and all this shit. So it's supposed to be hella realistic. Are you already watching the stream or something? How you doing that? Oh, there you go. It didn't pop up that somebody else is watching. No, now I need my views. Nah, it's totally different than The Witcher. There's no magic in this game. Oh, goddamn, girl, shit. Attitude. Yo, Seal.
How? What are you doing here? I took you for dead.
Oh, it's a long story. What about you? How did you get out of Skalitz?
You wouldn't believe it. A frightful storm broke that night, and Sigismund's heathens ran back to their camp. They never dreamed Saratsi would use the storm as cover for our escape. The entire village slipped away as quiet as mice while no one watched. In the morning, when those bandits attacked, all they found was an empty castle with an old goat inside. I wish I could have seen their faces.
So do I. You tricked them nicely. See you later.
Nah, we fight.
Jesus Christ be praised.
You're Stephen, aren't you? Milan tells me he won't fight me until I beat you.
Some of
Yeah?
the
Why
plots
would
to
you want
this
to?
are kind of stupid.
Well, never mind.
In a
I'll
way.
fight you if you pay me. What do you say?
Like that right there. Like you already kind of know that guy because he's from the city you are. But then that conversation right there made it seem like you didn't really know who he is. Bitch, bitch. Dude, you should go get a massage, man. What you doing, bro? You paying me? You paying me?
Is that all you've got?
Yeah. Sounds like a fair trade to me. I said, sounds like a fair trade to me. Yeah. What, you think your back would start hurting again? Birthday suit? Oh my god, can I get up this fucking hill? See me fight that guy? Yeah, put hands on that ugly motherfucker. The majority of the people on this are just fugly. Like, look at that fugly bitch. And this ugly motherfucker. And that ugly motherfucker. So I already did like all this. I had to quit because I accidentally stole something. So like say you steal something in a city, it's kind of like Skyrim in a sense, where like if you steal something, they're never gonna forget. But like at least in Skyrim, when you steal something, just the guards are mad at you. In this one, nobody in the city will talk to you, and then like when you try to trade with people, it'll be more expensive. You gotta like become good in their eyes again by like freaking doing shit for people.
Good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbour. Jesus Christ be praised.
Aren't you Ringling? Milan says I have to beat you before he'll take me on.
And you're that blacksmith's lad, right? What do you want out of it? You're not living in the dirt here like the rest of us.
Maybe not. But why shouldn't I try and beat some coin out of him too?
Yeah, and you can pass it on to us that need it. If you want to fight me, you dandy, then pay up. Or fuck off.
You're a little delayed, huh? Oh shit, that fool hit me with a hot one right there. Alright, nigga.
I'll slaughter you!
Ooh, kicked you in the nuts. You went down from a kick. Pick your ass up. There you maneuver. Yeah, you falling that maneuver right there, buddy. See, this is what I did. I beat this guy up last time and I took his shit. And like, he woke up. So, I'm not gonna do that again. Money's not that important. Like seriously, and like I had like, dude, it didn't matter. Like guards were coming up to me like every fucking like time. Like I'd pay him, and then another guard would come up to me and be like, "Nah, you still stole," and then I pay him. And then the other one was all like, "You did something. You gotta go to jail." And I ain't got no money for that shit, so fucking he took me to jail. Like, all these guards are like taxing my ass. I was like, God damn. And then I went to jail, and then I came out, and then like everybody knew me as somebody that went to jail and a thief, and I'm like, oh, fuck this. I didn't mean to do that shit. In the beginning of this game, I punched a guard in the face, and he was chasing me around for hours. Shit's funny. I didn't mean to punch him in the face. I was still trying to figure out the mechanics of the game, and I just pulled the trigger and bam, punched him in his fucking face. want to punch this fucker for being a little bitch when he was trying to be a dick and not let me in. So I'm trying to make some money so I can bribe this guy into giving me a ring, so I don't have to steal it. Right now I kind of do. I have a place where I'm staying. Basically, you want me to give you like a short detail of what just happened to me through my life? Okay, so you start off and you're this blacksmith's kid, and like you have friends and they're like little troublemakers, and you're a little alcoholic kind of. And
let's fight.
You go out and party and shit. And not
You
party,
gave
but you
those
just go
two
to
a
the
pretty
tavern
good
and get
hiding.
drunk all the time with your
And I
friends.
made a
and
grosh
you're
to
up
two
no
in
good,
bets.
supposedly.
You
So
scallops
you're
fellas are
fucking,
good for
so
my
you wake
purse.
up, like the first thing is you wake up from an all-night binger. Hell, and so your mom's there, she's bitching at you. You go to she's like, you promised your dad you'd help him with this sword. So you help your dad, fuck it, you go out there and he's mad at you, some bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like some fucking real parenting shit. I was like, wow, they really went in, oh fuck. So fucking, after that, your dad tells you to go get some shit, so you go get some shit for him. On the way to getting shit for him, your boys, you meet up with your boys, and they want to fucking, they want to do some shit. They want to fucking, like, they want to throw shit on this fool's house because he's talking blasphemy about the king or some shit like that. So, you go do that shit, and you get in a fight with the guy's son. You beat him up. Bam. Take that in your fucking face, bitch. Sorry. I'm lost. Oh, okay, so basically, yeah. All good and shit, right? All good. You fucking make the sword for the king or whatever, the fucking nobleman. Fucking you're about to give him the sword, and then bam, this fucking, like, big-ass army shows up, kills everybody. Oh, shit, this fool's actually hurting me. See what talking is doing to me? Oh shit, I've never been hurt in a fight. What the fuck? I ain't no fucking pissing you the fuck. Kills your whole family. You gotta go fucking run to a different city. You run to this different city. I'm just gonna make it short for you. You run to this different city. Fucking you go back to bury your parents. Oh, I forgot. Your parents died in front of you. Yeah. Kill your parents in cold blood right in front of you. That's like the most grueling thing about this. And like, fucking, you go back to bury your parents with the sword that your dad and you made for this guy that I'm gonna go talk to. And, fucking, you go back to bury your parents and your girlfriend. And fucking, these bandits fucking show up on you. And fucking, like, this motherfucker, like, I had already been killing some bandits at this point. So I was like, alright, motherfucker, I'm gonna fight you. This ain't gonna be shit. This fool hit me once. And I got beat the fuck up by one hit. One hit, and it threw me into a cutscene on some bullshit where fucking these fools are fucking me up. And then fucking this chick that I saved earlier, that you know, and like, it's funny because it doesn't like force you to save this girl. Like, you're running and you see this girl about to get raped and you can decide to help her or continue to run to the horse and get the fuck out of there. I decided to help her before running to the horse. So I was like, what the fuck are those guys doing? I wonder if I can, like, help her. So I fucking went over there, helped her out, and then, like, she comes back when I'm getting my ass beat and saves my ass. And, like, this game, like, the decisions you make actually influence what goes on. Like, I saved her, so now I'm staying with her. Like, if I didn't save her or nothing, I wouldn't be staying with her and her grandpa right now, or her uncle or whatever. I'd just be another fucking beggar in the city or something like that, I guess.
Thank you.
Oh, dude, I didn't even get into it. So, like, when you're talking to people, fucking, so, like, what you're wearing, how clean your clothes are, what they think of you, all determines like if they're gonna like fall for the shit you say. And then not only is it what you're wearing, you know, what they think of you, how clean you are and shit. If they're like somebody rich and you have like hella rich clothes on and you're clean and shit and you want to like talk to him smartly, it's not gonna work with him like it would if you were talking to a fucking fucking peasant. And fucking if you want to like be tough and intimidate somebody and like he's fucking like a military fool, has armor on and shit, just because you have armor on and blood on you and shit, it's not gonna intimidate him.
Watch where you're going.
So like I heard that's like, I think this is like one of the first games that like goes into depth like that, where it's like the other person, like it matters what they're wearing and who they are too. You have to eat, you have to go to sleep. When you have food's perishable. So like when you carrying around food, like certain things last longer, you know, like dried meat, dried fruits and shit. But like if you got a fresh chicken on you, you gotta go fucking cook that shit right there and then, or like the next day it's gonna be bad. And you don't even know how to cook everything, so like you can't even cook yet. I can't even cook, so when I have ingredients, I can't use them. But basically right now I'm on a mission to get my fucking sword back. Cause these bandits robbed me of my dad's sword. Trying to find a merchant or somebody I can sell to. They're all asleep, I think. Yep. Uh-huh. And when you fast travel, it's not like any other fast travel. Fucking, it's like you're on it's like you're on a fucking board. What's the word? It's like you're on a board game, and like every move, something could happen. Like you could run into people and have to fight them. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know. This game is supposed to it's all supposed to be off of like its realness. It was 6 hours of sleep, huh? And like, I don't know if you're watching right now, but you see how like sleep actually like helps me out and shit. Like, you ain't gotta go to sleep in Skyrim and shit. You gotta go to sleep in this shit. And then like if you kill somebody, like you won't get missions because you killed that person. Yeah, and like pissing people off too. You don't want to piss people off because they could end up later in the game and they could like you could like fucking get screwed over because you fucking fought that fool or whatever, or fucking like stole something from him or fucking killed his fucking son. I don't fucking know, but yeah, but I saved this chick right here from getting raped, and she saved my ass.
Go away. Leave me alone.
Wake the fuck up, bitch.
Go
This is big time.
away.
I saved
Leave
your life.
me alone.
Oh, Yeah, I'm just gonna go to sleep for 2 hours. Six o'clock. Yeah, it's $40 game though, so it's brand new, but it's pretty cheap for a new game. All right, wakey wakey, bitch.
Go away. Leave me alone.
I will whistle you up. I need to talk to her. It's getting on my nerves. Alright, maybe if I leave the house and come back. That normally works. Oh yeah, it's brekkie time. Come on now. Cook me some food. Oh, and for everybody that's watching, like and subscribe, please. Trying to get a fan base here. Yeah, I'm telling you to. I'm not asking. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, you too, girl. Where the fuck is I don't know how to tell you what my shit is. It's just my name. Yeah, you got me almost killed fucking talking to you and shit. I never got hurt in a fist fight before. That was weird. Oh, and then I'm gonna kill that guy that killed my parents in front of me cold-bloodedly. I told my dad that I'll never run away again. It was a very heartbreaking moment because I ran away. There was no choice though. They didn't give me the choice to go try to save him like they did with Teresa's fine ass over here. So he has the hots for Teresa, my character, kinda. He was staring at her ass earlier in the game, and his dad was like, "That's a fine piece of ass right there." But he didn't say it like that, but that's basically what he said in old-timey words.
What?
Alright, bitch, you sleeping
No,
in too
go
long. This ain't real
away.
life. See, your pops, your uncle's up. I need her over here cooking some food. What's my YouTube thing? I think it's just my name. Just look up King G from Deliverance. You'll probably see me by live stream. Hey, you need to tell your niece she need to get the fuck up. Bruh. Yeah, talk to you. Oh, and the lock picking on this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. I'm telling you. There's what?
Try unlocking this trunk.
Yeah,
Hold
me.
the lockpick in your right hand and use it to peel
Look
out
at the
the
name.
tumbler in your left hand You hold the blade and use it to turn the whole mechanism at the right moment. It's quite easy. It only takes a bit of practice. Now try poking around in the lock with the pick until you feel the right point, where the tumble is.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. Otherwise, you forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be heard in Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. An experienced guard will recognize the sound at once.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Oh, now you want to get up all late and shit, bitch. What time is it? It's fucking 10 o'clock in the morning, bitch. You should have been up hours ago. How? What'd you say? No, I'm here. You still watching?
Skate Kitchen is just what I call the
We back already? Yeah, I swear you said I'm gonna go grab my dick. I know what you said now, but at first I had just.
I'm really happy Rochelle and I got to meet up today, and especially with it getting so much nicer out, I feel like we're gonna meet up a lot more and make more videos together. Rochelle is awesome.
No, that doesn't work for me. Works for girls.
I just remembered, I don't think I filmed one trick. And what's funny is that if it's not on YouTube or if it wasn't filmed, it didn't happen. It's like if you didn't film a trick, it's just an urban legend. But I did indeed skate, I just forgot to film something. But anyway, I have so much work I need to get done, so I'm gonna go to La Colombe Coffee Shop. Since between the vlogging, fortune, editing, and all that...
Yeah, I'm watching a fucking YouTube video. I got distracted. The bitch is up.
I'd like to know...
So, how'd you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
You
How are the
all this
Skalitz
shit?
folk getting on?
They're alive, that's
Stop
the main
moving your
thing.
mic.
They have shelter, but they're just scraping
Yes.
by. Rattay's citizens aren't happy the town is
Yes.
full of beggars who don't look like leaving anytime
Just because
soon.
you're eating, it's all good, girl. Nobody can even hear your ass.
Do you know anything about those
I can't hear you.
human rapists? About,
You good, girl?
you know.
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they... Well, folk tell awful stories about them. I hope I never see them again.
Motherfucker, please.
That's all. Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
How did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon, and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here.
You
God
listening?
bless them.
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zibishek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
This is the stuff I was trying to tell you about.
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty
That's
piece of
little
work.
bitch ass.
Doesn't
kid that I
surprise
see
me
shit
he
at his
joined
daddy's
them.
house.
If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those humans, they call them, when the humans came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard! Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway.
The fools that attacked my city.
Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now.
I know
Those
I had to
scum
go do
took
something.
everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzik. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
What happened to the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Rattay, and some of the Rattay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhojed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real? Yeah.
What about Sir Radzig?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rattay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzig, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
How did you get away from those Cumans?
You're wrong. If it hadn't been for you...
'Cause I saved
When they came to
you.
the mill, they slaughtered everyone. And kept me for last. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but he... My brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
And I owe mine to you. The scales are balanced. I won't trouble you anymore. Let's leave it be.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get me some.
What are you up to? How would you like to, I don't know, come for a walk?
A walk? I'd like that very much. But I can't right now, Hal. Give me some time to settle in, will you?
If that's what you
about,
want.
girl?
It's not you, Hal. It's just this isn't a good time.
It's not me, huh? You know what I want, girl?
What are you doing?
Oi.
Lord Almighty.
Oh, like, all this food I dropped, it's bad food. Oh, there it is. I was like, there should be a pot over here.
What is it?
What? What are you looking at? How to be a poser?
With salt, caraway seeds, garlic and more. You're...
I'm making a video on
What are you doing?
be a poser. It's gonna be a step-by-step tutorial on how to become a poser if you desire to do so. First, let's look up the definition of a poser. Poser, okay. A person who acts in an affected manner in order to impress
What the hell?
others. Okay. Good. I like it. So, you like it? Yeah. It was a poser. So I guess people who wear certain clothes that aspire to look like a something, you count it as a poser, right? Like, well, you're like Justin Bieber. Okay. I don't think it. Don't do it. Kid it. I mean, he's not good, but that's not what makes you a poser. Just because you suck. Poser is a clothes you wear and you want to look like a skater, but you can't actually skate. Well, hence posing as poser, meaning past tense, right? Or no, posed would be past tense. If you're a poser, that's current. Yeah. Being a poser. A kid walking in there with mall grabbing, necessarily true, because what if he's good at skating, he just doesn't care about the politics behind ball caps? A poser, like I was saying, is someone who just poses as somebody, but they're not actually that somebody, or something, and they're not actually that something. So someone who's, you know, I guess, is wearing things that make you, like, people look at me like, they don't know I can actually skate. They know a poser, I'm not. You know, they don't look, no, you wouldn't qualify as a poser if you weren't skating, because you don't look like you're trying to be a skateboarder, but you can skate. That doesn't mean you're a poser. That shirt's pretty dumb, though. It would be like if you, like, take your shoes and you do this. Like, you take your shoes and you rub them on your grip tape. I know kids back in high school, they used to do that. They used to rub their shoes on their grip tape so they would get wear. Or I think this. Or they would cut their shoelaces, too. Or if they have, like, a Niger board. No, Aaron. That answer is completely incorrect. No. No, that doesn't make you a poser. No? No. Why would that make them a poser? Just because they, what if they like Nija? They could be really good, like Nija, and not be a poser. Right? Maybe you had the wrong definition. They're still a skater if they have a Nija board. Okay, we got our first prospect here of poser, as you can see.
I'm trying to make some money.
So stupid. Wearing a Thrasher hat, wearing a Thrasher shirt. His body language and attire communication says, I skateboard, I rip, I shred, no. So we're going to see, put it to the test. We're going to see if he can actually, it said nar.
Good people, come up close and have a smell. Fresh drink. And pour yourself a bit of fresh water.
Alright, that was a really gnarly slam, kid. I don't know if he passes the poser test. Your shoes are all messed up. You got holes in your shoes. You got a hole there, you got some marks there. Let's see if you can actually flip the board, because you sure as hell seem to cannot stand on it. Give me this.
Let's have a word about the price.
Sure, why not?
Oh, and this is the haggle.
Agree?
That's better. Drop it a bit more and we'll call it a deal.
Poser test there is up to this point. We're going to do a few more because you never know with these
My
posers,
last
they
offer.
might see through the cracks, they're a little sneaky.
That's better. Drop it a bit
Bitch,
more
I said that
and
was
we'll
my
call
last
it a deal.
offer.
Although he can't kickflip, he doesn't know how to pick up his skateboard. He might be able to
That's a sum I can live with.
How can I be of assistance?
Just that you do.
Hmm? We match all the cash back new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically. Ooh, I got my money. Starting to think yourself, isn't it? Let's go.
Handle my lightweight, girl. Alright, hopefully I have enough money on me now.
Not so good. That's all of the poser tests, so it's not a good thing. I see you also have scratches on your board. I'm wondering how these got here. Because I guarantee you do not do these by actually landing it. I want to see you try to do a board touch. It's not looking good for you, dude. At all. What's your name? Paul. Paul? Okay. Paul failed all of these skateboarder tests so far, but you passed all the poser tests. So I've already placed my judgment on you of what you guys are, but for the audience out there, I'm not sure if they know.
Little sheepies.
I know what you are.
Alright, I'm not even the sheepies.
Can you even ride a skateboard? No.
And my boy was saying that all the animals are like, they're the way they really looked back then.
What's the no-go? Wait a second. Will
What's up? Do you need some help?
You motherfucker.
That is Aaron. You know the poser stuff, right? You know the beard, yeah. Really? Yeah. And for a second I didn't think you could skate. That's weird. You weren't able to. It was weird. You looked and acted and sounded just like a poser. Was that just a thing? No. You look like a poser. You don't have the clothes on anymore and you can skate. Yeah, of course. Thank God I got this off there. All jokes aside, should we just actually skate? Yeah, real second. Let's say skate. Let's go share one board. Now that you guys, since the Hall brothers, these idiots here, John, Aaron, since they don't have boards, we're gonna share a board. Now that you guys know how to be a poser, you can go be one if you would like to. But we're gonna not be that, and we're gonna actually skate and do some tricks, right? Yeah. Do you want to rip it up, dude? You want to spread that gnar? You want to skate or die? Skate or die, bro. Thrasher.
What the fuck am I wearing?
Okay. You just cracked my board. You really are a poser.
Sorry, I'm like trying to watch this video and play this game at the same time. Come on, nigga. Where is your master? He's not the shitter. You still eating? So shy. He's so shy, girl.
Alright, these two guys have a YouTube channel. It's in the description below. They helped me out with this video. So you guys get a glorious shout out. They're funny. They do different videos than I do, but they're funny. They do skate. He actually just dropped a really good part. When's yours coming out? He has a really sick part. Check it out. Their channel's down there.
This is a bit awkward, but recently you buried a convict, and this convict, was a friend of mine. He had a ring on his finger that I gave him for luck. And I figured, since he doesn't need it anymore...
And you think I rob corpses, so I must have it?
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't be fool enough to bury him with such a valuable ring. Or am I wrong?
You're right, I do have the ring. But actually, it's a worthless bauble. You can have it for a few groschen.
It's a deal.
Here it is.
What? This is nothing but an ordinary copper band. It's not
See,
worth a
last
10
time
penny.
I had to put hands on that fool. Last time I had to put hands on this fool. Because he didn't want to give me it. I disrespected him or something. So he wasn't being nice. This time he was being cool about it. Because I never...
out a video for April Fools, which was a satirical look at a few things that posers might do to look like they've caked. And while this video went over a few people's heads and they didn't realize it was a joke, one comment I kept getting was, "What's so wrong about mall grabbing?" So I decided to make this quick video explaining the phenomenon and giving my opinion on whether or not I think it's okay. First off, let's define mall grab. Mall grabbing is when you grab, pick up, or carry your board by the truck. And
You don't like orange juice?
It gets its name from kids standing around at malls
Are you
holding
human?
skateboards as a fashion accessory more than anything else. Pretty soon, the word
Pulp or
mall
without
grab
pulp?
was born, and it became synonymous with posers.
Then you don't like grapefruit juice.
That's looked down upon by a lot of skaters. Is that really true?
And that's not tart.
Like a poser, let's look at a few of the other arguments for why people say you shouldn't mall grab. Argument 1 is that holding the board with the grip tape against your pants is like rubbing sandpaper against your leg and will eventually rip your pants and cause them to be ruined. Well, if you've ever actually tried mall grabbing and walking around, you've probably noticed that the contact between your grip tape and your pants is pretty minimal. In fact, when I do it, there's no back and forth rubbing of the grip tape against my pants at all. I would say that arguably holding your board like this is much worse for your pants if that's what you're concerned about. Which brings me to my next point. That's fine if you don't like your pants being ruined, but why do you care if someone else rips their pants? By all means, you don't have to mall grab, but saying someone else can't because you're concerned about their pants does not make any sense. That's like me telling you not to ollie because it'll rip your shoes. In my opinion, skateboarding is about skateboarding, and it's not about fashion, so just go do some tray flips. Anyway, you can make specious arguments against holding your board in pretty much any position. Mall grabbing makes you look like a poser. Holding your board like this will rip your shirt and pants. If you skate larger decks like I do, holding the board by the nose just causes the tail to scrape on the ground. And even this way, which is my preferred method, can feel awkward to new skaters as the board just wants to flip over. Argument 2 is that it's harder to throw your board down from the mall grab position. Now this one I completely agree with, but I have a really easy fix. Watch this little move right here. Yep, you just switch hands and then throw the board.
He's
Once
stupid.
again, I'd say that's fine if you don't want to deal with all
Nigga.
that, but there's no reason why you should be concerned with how someone else wants to hold and throw their board down. The bottom line is that sometimes mall grabbing is just the most convenient way to pick up your board.
This video I'm watching.
Sometimes when you have to bend down to pick the board up, the trucks are the first thing there. Just like how the board can be in any position when you go to pick it up. It really doesn't matter, and it's all about convenience. The point is that no matter how you prefer to hold your board, you should never have to stop and think about how you want to pick it up because others are going to view you in a certain way. In summary, all I have to say is that the concept of not being allowed to grab your trucks or else you'll be labeled a poser is kind of stupid to me. But in reality, people probably will call you out, especially in YouTube videos. So if you do choose to mall grab, then be prepared for that. But really, I don't think you should let it bother you. We all like to repeat the mantras that skateboarding is supposed to be fun and that we're all a community. And if you really believe that, it's just my opinion that I think you should focus on doing tricks and having fun with your friends. So
The Big Mac don't look like that. The Big Mac do not look like that. Why are they lying to you? Lying to people. You're just lying. Flat out lying. You're not still watching my stream, are you? Oh my god, girl, do something better with your life. This is boring.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone.
Stolen goods? Thanks, but no thanks. I'm not a thief.
Can you tell me...
What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them.
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters, but this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own two eyes what they're capable of.
That's all. Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded, with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Bless you.
Tell me something about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'll surely die here. But before I do, I've plenty of work to do. And I hope I live to see peace in this land again.
Would you teach me something about the, milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. Hey! Watch it! I'll remember you. I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you, and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable. But also, of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing. First, you have to rummage in the purse. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice.
Alright, bitch.
Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you!
Oh my god,
If this
you
was for real,
motherfucker,
I'd
you.
be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was... Caught you! I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you, and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable. But also, of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I... Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now.
What's wrong with that?
You are arguing too much. I said you're arguing too much. Come here. I love how you can just go to anybody's pot and fucking eat from it.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul. It is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And
nah,
just
they
what could
buried
you
him
have done
for
at
you.
Skalitz? If you
On the
tried to
fucking-
fight, the both of you will be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzik. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzik.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
What are you doing? The pick lossing on this game is just ridiculously hard.
Hey, what are you doing?
I mean, you just take a dump with everybody right here? Sorry, I'm in the middle of a dump. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Nah, it's brand new game, so there are some things that need to be fixed.
Jesus.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honoured. Pechstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzik, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith. And recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, would like to enter my service.
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Jesus.
Huh?
Good health to you.
And another thing.
Have you heard anything about those savages who attacked us?
I haven't even fought anybody yet. I've been playing this game for hours.
Sigismund brought them here from Hungary.
And
By all
like,
accounts, we got a
I've
flight
beaten people up, but I did fight. Like, I haven't really
in other
got out
places they
fought
impaled
anything. I didn't
people
have
with
a
spikes,
sword yet.
skinned
I
them
lost
alive,
the
and
one
even
sword
worse,
I did have.
fucking heathen swine.
Have you met the local lord?
Sir Hanush. Of course. He's a jovial sort and doesn't know what fear is.
What about our Sir Radzig?
Sir Hanush gave him the whole of Perkstein for his use. He seems to be bearing up well considering all he's lost.
I have I have 40 followers on Tumblr now. Yeah, 40. I'm getting there. I think my Tumblr switched from what it was to something else. Well, just like it's like not the same anymore. What? Mm. What would you say is the difference between reposting and reblogging? Is there a difference? Did you just say something earlier? I don't know, just the last thing you said, I felt like you said something and I totally didn't hear it. Which one? Where do I leave? Let me see. Oh, the blowjob bitches. I'm streaming and then I'm like, I don't really care. I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh wait, it doesn't matter. Which one? I think there's two where I said that. Goddamn. Alright, I need to get off Tumblr. Get back to playing my game.
What about the captain of the garrison? What's he like?
Sir Bernard. A grouchy old bastard. He don't care much for us. I'd like to shove a stick up his arse. Or take out the one that's already there.
How do you like the new castle?
It's a fine place. About the same size as Skalitz Castle. Sir Hanush don't mind lending it to Sir Radzi, because he's got an even bigger one at the other end of town. Have you ever seen a town with two castles before?
And Sir Hans Capon? Have you seen him?
Aye, I saw him. And for a young fellow, he was as drunk as... well, as a lord. Which he is, of course. All of this here belongs to him, so he can do as he damn well pleases. I reckon I'd do the same in his shoes.
How are the Skalitz refugees faring?
Oh, me and the rest of Sir Radzig's men are alright. We live at the castle and we've got everything we need. But the others are just making it day to day. And they've lost everything. It's charity and arms for them, and the locals ain't as generous as they was. God knows how much longer we'll be stuck here. It ain't good.
How do you like Ratto?
It's well fortified and well situated. And they won't get us as easy here as they did in Skalitz. And there's everything a man could want. Armourer, swordsmith, apothecary, taverns. It could have turned out a lot worse.
Thanks.
Alright. Let's go kill some bitches. You're not still watching me, are you? Raven. Oh, Raven. Where are you? You know you could be playing a game of your own.
Good day to you.
Was it?
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
Aye, there could be something for you. Berthold, our local gamekeeper, was looking for help with something a while back. Why don't you ask him if he still needs help?
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
I don't know.
So you want to see the map? I haven't discovered anything, so you can't really see. That's the map.
Good health, dear.
All right.
God be with you.
Can I ask...
Do you know who those soldiers of Sigismund's are, Captain?
They call them Cumans or Kipchaks. Our lord says they fled from the Mongols to Hungary and settled there. They're herdsmen and excellent horsemen. And barbarians, too, for all that they claim they've turned to Christ.
Perkstein is a fine castle.
It'll be even finer once you all clear out and I can move back into my chambers.
What will become of the Skalitz refugees?
I'd like to know the answer to that myself. I hope things can settle down quick and you lot can clear off.
What's young Lord Capon like?
He'll be the governor here in a few years. Sir Hanush is just his guardian until he comes of age. The young lord spends most of his time making merry. But he'll grow out of it. He's no fool.
What's life like in Rattay?
Till Sigismund came and then you folk, it was a fine, peaceful life here.
What do you think of Sir Radzig?
I hear he's on good terms with the king, probably why Sir Hanush opened the door to him. Sir Radzig seems like a fair man, and folks say he's a good governor.
What kind of a lord is Sir Hanush?
I can't complain. He knows how to keep order, but he does it with good humor.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
I'm here for training.
Yes.
Yes, that's me.
Let's get to it then, since that's what Sir Radzig wishes. And because you've never held a sword in your hand before, we'll start with something simpler.
Very well.
Come with me and listen closely. I don't want to be repeating myself.
So let's see what you're made of. Hold it properly. Keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it.
I already know this shit.
Right, good. Now, try attacking.
The guy at the village taught me this shit.
Slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try slashing from various sides to get used to it. Now, That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times. What are you waiting for? Good. That will do. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react. String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike.
That's it.
That hurt brain like a bitch right now.
Well done. Good. Now let's see how you do with defense. It's not hard to block a basic strike. Just watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow. No, I get that. Very good. All right. Nice. Very well then. Let's see what you're made of, lad. Come at me and don't hold back. See, I lure you, then attack unexpectedly. Good hit. Good strike. Fine, enough. You're not a complete dead loss. It'll be hard work to turn you into a master, but you have the basics. Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent. That is your space. Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword. Nice. Good. Good. Right. Lesson 2. Everything you've learned about blocking is wrong. When I cover, I can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. But it's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you. What is it? Sudden visitation by the holy... All right, that will do. Now you. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside. No, not like that. You mustn't hold the sword there. You have to move along with the attack. Again. Oh. Nice.
will try it a little faster. Concentrate and block just at the moment I start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well. Good. Nice.
Ow.
That's it.
Ow.
Well done. Too soon again. Good. Good, good. Now let's try it at full speed. You probably won't succeed, but that's normal at the start. You must train. Let's go.
Ow. Ow.
Captain Bernard!
Wait a while, Henry.
Oh my god, combat's gonna be hard in this game.
Greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here?
I was on my way when I noticed that you're entertaining Sir Radzig's esteemed guest. Not the same as holding a hammer, is it, blacksmith?
It's Sir Radzig's orders.
I know. I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hand's grown heavy lately. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith's boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
Where did we finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want him. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you. What is it? Sudden visitation by the Holy Spirit?
Yeah.
Move quickly! All right, try it.
More
It's
awesome
important
too.
not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. If the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance. Wrong! Nice! Very good! Wrong, damn it! Nah. Fine. Now try it a little quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. Never take your eyes off your opponent. You'll see a strike before it's even properly started. Not bad. Well done. That's it. And the last thing for today, a trick. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit him. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react. Wrong! Again! No! Not like that! Wrong! Damn it! No!
Well done.
Ah, that's cool.
No, that's not it. Good. Well done. That's it. Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice. Don't leave yet. Sir Radzig also wanted me to teach you archery. Come with me. Jesus, look. Hey, watch it. Folk these days.
Talk, girl. Say something. Anything. Oh, you like... Oh, I almost died there. Oh my god, am I stuck in this fucking marsh? I even know if I fell off like a dumbass. I'm about to die. And I'm dead. And the game saved right there. Is what a good thing or a bad thing? Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna die over and over again? You gotta be fucking kidding me right now. That was some bullshit.
What the hell?
Oh, don't tell me I gotta do all this goddamn fucking training again. I do.
What am I to do?
Alright. I'm putting this down for a minute.